Hey my beautiful Scorpio peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ant from CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at y'all with your mid-September 2022 tarot reading. How are you? I hope y'all are well, and without a further ado, we're going to jump on into it, and we shall see what is up. What do we got going on here for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding mid-September 2022. What information can we pass down here, please, for the zodiac signs of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-September 2022. Let's go ahead and start it out. Checking out your first card, we do have here the Devil. Could be connecting potentially here with a Capricorn for a few of you. Moving on into the next card for you, Scorpio, we also do have here the Magician. And then taking a look at the last two overall energies present for your mid-September, we do have here the Four of Swords and we have here the Two of Pentacles. So let's go ahead and take a look at these cards, break it down, and see what we got going on here. So looking at all the overall energies present here for your mid-September ahead, we got here the Devil, we got the Magician, we got the Four of Swords, and we do have here the Two of Pentacles. Now, Devil card is usually a card that represents feeling very trapped and stuck in life. It could be that we're feeling tethered right now to things that maybe aren't potentially the most healthy for us. You know, the Devil card could represent a unhealthy connection to somebody that you have involved in your life. It could represent certain addictions that maybe you're trying to break free from. Devil card could also represent as well that maybe you just feel like you're kind of stuck, trapped, and surrounded by negativity, and it's very hard to see kind of like a positive, radiant light, you know? So Devil coming in pretty strongly here, definitely feeling tethered to negativity, but with that being followed up with the Magician card being the card of manifestation, you're noticing a lot of feeling blocked, feeling stuck, and surrounded by negativity, oftenly manifesting in your life. So that's what you're feeling here. And it's like, I don't want to have this be the way it is. Four of Swords. I want to detach from this. I want to detach from this feeling of being stuck and trapped and surrounded by negativity. But at the same time, Two of Pentacles, there's clearly something here that's keeping it flowing. So you want to know what is getting you stuck inside this negative vortex and what is continuing it to keep on flowing here with the Two of Pentacles. Because it's like, no matter how hard I try to detach, it does appear to me that there is something here that is flowing this negativity constantly. So I do feel like you want to find out what that is. Clarify the Two of Pentacles. What is making this negativity flow for the Scorpio? Let's see what we got showing up over here. And that's going to be clarified by the Five of Pentacles. The energy of lack. Wow. Yeah, so Scorpio, it almost kind of feels to me that whether you're aware of it or not, the reason why this same negativity seems to be perpetuating in your life in this endless cycle is because of the lack that you have been putting forth into your day-to-day life. Now, what do I mean by the lack? Well, for example, let's say that you have been reinforcing that you don't have money. Number one, what is the lack? Not having money. But what have you been doing every time you've been pointing out your lack? You've been reinforcing it in your day-to-day life. You know, a lot of the times when people are struggling financially, they tend to constantly reinforce the fact that they don't have enough to be financially stable. So you'll always hear people say that, like maybe you've even heard your friends say it, maybe you've even said it before, but you'll hear, I'm broke right now. You know, I just don't have enough for that. And the more that we tend to negatively reinforce the fact that we do not have money, we're telling ourselves and we're telling the universe, don't manifest money for me because it's not what I want. And even though that's not what we intend to mean, the more we reinforce this lack that's entering our lives, the more that lack is going to appear. So I do feel that coming into mid-September 2022, you're going to have to figure out what's causing your cycle to continue, meaning you're going to have to figure out what lack have you been reinforcing. And that is really how you're going to break free here from this endless cycle of a negative vortex appearing in your life. You got to kind of get down to the bottom of like, okay, what lack have I constantly been reinforcing? If it's been about money, have you constantly been reinforcing that you're broke? Have you constantly been scared to, you know, spend your money? Because if I spend that money, I'm losing money. You know, you have to really tune into what it is that you've been reinforcing when it comes to lack. For others of you, maybe it's been love. I just feel like nobody ever loves me. I feel that I'm unlovable. I feel that I can't find anybody or meet anybody that's ever going to love me for who I truly am. It's like the more you reinforce that, and the more you reinforce the lack of love in your life, the more you're telling the universe that's not what I want in my life. And even though that's not what we intend to do, that's how it gets broken down. So whether there's a lack of love, there's a lack of finances, there's a lack of motivation, there's a lack of creativity, maybe you've been saying to yourself, I just don't feel motivated. I don't feel like I'm creative enough to grow and expand my life to how I want it to, or to be able to create things that would be awesome for me. You know, maybe you work in a job situation where you have to be a bit more of a creative person. Maybe lately you've been telling yourself that you've just been feeling disconnected and that you haven't felt talented and that you haven't felt creative. And the more you keep reinforcing these negative things, the more your lack is going to be so prominent in your day-to-day life. So that seems to be kind of like the overall gist here of what you're experiencing in mid-September. But luckily now we know how to break it. You know, so long as you find what lack you've been reinforcing, you know how to break free from this month, okay? All right, let's go ahead and have a look here and see what's going to be coming in here for you in your second half of September. What's going to be coming in here for Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. They're out mid-September 2022. What do we got coming in here for Scorpio? First card out, we do got here the Seven of Pentacles. Moving on forward to the next card for you, we also do have here the Wheel of Fortune. And then taking a look here at two more cards for you, Scorpio, we also have here the Eight of Cups, and we got the Queen of Wands. Awesome. So what I could definitely say here for you is that I do believe there will be a turnaround for you. And the reasoning behind that is due to the fact that you're going to realize that you have been kind of recycling this lack in your life on a day-to-day basis. So you're going to become aware that, all right, the reason why I'm not, you know, getting what I want, or I'm stuck in negativity, or something bad keeps happening, is because I'm continuously reinforcing it in my life. So whether, let's say, I'm the person that delivered the message to you, now that's why it's changing, or whether you realize this on your own, I feel like for many of you Scorpios, you're going to end up realizing this on your own. But nonetheless, you're going to start to see a turnaround here in mid-September. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is the energy of your investments, right? Now, where have you been investing your energy? Where have you been investing your time? At the end of the day, where attention goes is where energy flows. Have you focused your attention on what you've been lacking and therefore manifesting more lack? Or have you been focusing your attention on what you have an abundance in, and has that abundance been growing? So in mid-September 2022, you're definitely changing direction here with your investments. You're choosing to invest your time, your thoughts, your positivity, your energy into everything that's going to give you a positive return. Now, the Wheel of Fortune coming into play here for you. Wheel of Fortune means that it's time for things to take a fortunate turn. So that what I'm seeing here for you is that you're not going to be in a position of lack anymore, because you're walking away from that. All right, Eight of Cups, energy of walking away, and with the Queen of Wands coming into play here for you, really starting to step back into your power. As you're stepping back into your power here in mid-September, you're becoming more confident with being able to have abundance in your life, and you're also becoming more confident in your ability to get and manifest what it is you want. So this is a very, very important chapter change showing up here in mid-September, because this is how you're going to break the cycle. No longer will I continue to reinforce what it is I'm lacking, because I'm now starting to recognize that if I want something, I just have to know that I'm already abundant and that it's already here for me, you know? So what I mean by this here, Scorpio, is that there's abundance in everything. For example, there's abundance in money. You may feel like you're not abundant in finances right now, but money is getting printed each and every single day. Money is constantly flowing around us. We just have to tune in on how to attract it. You know, it's not that money's scarce. Money's a very abundant thing. Same thing with love. People are falling in love every day. People are getting married every day. People are getting proposed every day. People are falling in love all the time around us. It's not that it is completely lacking from our lives. It's just we haven't tuned in on how to attract it. You know, we've been repelling it by saying it's scarce. But now when we get to start to understand that it is abundant, then we have to realize that it's not that hard to find, because it's kind of all around us, you know? So that is a big key change of events here for you, and a big key realization that I think many of you are going to be having here in mid-September 2022. So take all that into account. Now let's go ahead and have a look here and see what's going to be going on in reference to what you may or may not be aware about throughout the rest of this month. So let's see what's going on here for you, Scorpio. Is there anything happening here for Scorpio that they may or may not be aware about regarding their mid-September 2022? First card out, we got here the Temperance. Sagittarius energy. Moving on to the next card for you, we also do have here the Ten of Pentacles. And then taking a look at two more cards here for you, Scorpio, we also do have here the Two of Swords, and we have here the Star card. Yeah, so I really feel like this is a message from the universe. It's like the universe is trying to tell you right now, Scorpio, you haven't been aware of how much abundance really truly surrounds you. You haven't been aware of how many good things that you want and desire can be yours. So I feel like the universe is trying to say to you, you have to open up your eyes real big this month to see everything that you can have. Because what you want, it already exists. What you want can be yours as long as you start to call on abundance instead of reinforcing lack in your life. So Temperance card here, 10 of Pentacles, these two cards represent a very happy and healthy type of mind, a very happy and healthy type of lifestyle. 10 of Pentacles is usually the energy that represents having it all, tons of money, loads of stability, you know, being very comfortable in your relationships, being very comfortable with your wallet, being very comfortable with the life you're living. 10 of Pentacles is the energy of like, I feel like I have all the tools necessary that I need in order for my success and in order for me to feel comfortable in the life that I'm living. Star card, card of alignment. That's the card here that says that your dreams really can come true, but Two of Swords is the card of choice. It'll come true if you want it. It'll come true if you choose it for yourself. A lot of people may disagree with the statement, but we really do get to choose our lives. You know, we can choose to live a life of luxury. We can choose to live a life of happiness. We can choose to live a life of wealth in all different types of aspects, not just on a materialistic point of view. But at the end of the day, if that's going to be the lifestyle you're choosing, that means you have to start becoming aware of the abundance that is always around you. And you have to be able to know how to manifest and call those things into your life. You know, people who are looking for more financial stability, the more you reinforce that you just don't have enough money, is the more that you're putting yourself in a perspective where you're not going to be manifesting money, because you're saying to the universe, I don't have money. Therefore, money should not be mine. Now, let's say you're interested right now with what it is I'm saying, and you want to learn how to manifest more money in your life. Well, the first thing to start looking at is your value. What do you equate to yourself? How valuable of a person do you believe you are? And what do you believe you're worth when it comes towards making money and acquiring money, right? For a person who feels that they just never make enough money, chances are you don't really feel like you are worthy of making enough money. Now, if you look at yourself and you say, well, I really do believe that I'm worthy of making $50,000, chances are you're a person right now who's working a job making $50K a year. If you start to equate your worth with being a person who deserves to make $500,000 a year, that's a big step. But if you could start to equate that value with yourself, you will start to manifest situations subconsciously that start putting you in a position to where you can make that kind of money. i.e., maybe you get fired from your job, but then suddenly you get into this new job, and that new job is the job making you $500K a year. You see what I'm saying? So we have to really take a step back sometimes and analyze ourselves and analyze what we feel and believe we're worth, because our worthiness plays a big, big part in what it is we're subconsciously attracting, or more so what we're attracting in reference to what we're not aware of, okay? So that's really important as well. And of course, you know, calling upon the things you want in life is going to require you to know that you already have the ability to have it. When it comes towards manifesting, manifesting is just knowing your worth, knowing you can have it, and then so mote it be. At the end of the day, if you want financial stability, just know that you're already financially stable. A lot of people are going to be like, but I'm not. But just know that you are. Because if you choose that for yourself, and you already know that it's heading your way, it's coming your way, you're not going to have anything to worry about. You know, universe here will give you the life that you literally say is the life you're living. You know, one of the biggest things I learned is that the universe never says no. The universe is very literal. If you tell the universe, I'm unhappy, universe just says, yeah, you're unhappy, you know? If you tell the universe, I'm really freaking happy with life, man. I am out here living my best life every day. The universe will say, yeah, dude, you're really happy. You're out here living your best life every single day. So what I learned when it comes towards manifesting in our lives is that we have to start to become what it is we want, and we need to shift our energy into who we choose to be. So if we are a person right now who's not financially stable, it's time to start believing that you are financially stable. It's time to start telling the universe what you are and who you are and what it is the life that you're living and how you're living your life, so that the universe can directly reflect that into the life that you are now choosing to have. So if I was a person that was not financially wealthy, I would start to live a life like a person who was financially wealthy would be living. I would be a person who would learn how to make money, how to save money, how to invest money. I would become a person who's comfortable with spending money, and I would be a person who's very comfortable with money in general. So at the end of the day, you would start to equate your value I'm not scared of losing money. I'm not scared of spending money. Money is always going to be around me. And when you start to embody that energy, universe has nothing else to do except literally reflect who you've decided to become. So I hope that everything that I'm saying makes sense. I know that it sounds really, really out there. It kind of sounds like one of these really confusing things to hear as well. The thing about the law of attraction and manifesting is that it's probably the most simplest, confusing thing ever, if we're being real here. All right, either way though, moving on forward into the rest of your tarot reading, I do want to get a couple more things read for you, so let's go ahead and have a look here and see what you can expect going forward throughout the rest of your mid-September. So what can my Scorpio peeps expect going forward here throughout the rest of mid-September 2022? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. First card out, we do have here the Empress card. Hello, tons and tons of growth. I love the Empress, very beautiful card for you. Moving on to the next one, we do have here the King of Wands. And then moving on to two more cards, we got here the Queen of Pentacles, followed up here with the Four of Cups. So, Empress card here is the card of growth. What you can expect going forward is you can definitely expect a lot of growth and expansion, especially in the way that you think. I feel like your mind here is really expanding, Scorpio. Your perception and your perspective on life is changing a lot, which is good because it's starting to make you more of a person of action. King of Wands. King of Wands is the energy of seeing what they desire and getting what they desire. So I definitely feel like you're starting to become more receptive to knowing that you can have the things you want in life. It's like I already am now starting to see the abundance all around me. So it's like I'm not going to manifest my life through lack anymore. I'm not going to keep attracting lack anymore. I'm going to start to open up my eyes to the fact that I can have what I want. And with the Queen of Pentacles coming into play here as well, Queen of Pentacles is kind of like your own internal wealth. I feel like many of you here going forward, you can expect to value yourselves at much higher prices. You can expect to value yourselves in the type of manner where you're starting to manifest what you deserve. And with the Four of Cups coming into play here as well, I feel like Four of Cups here is about realizing that there are some things in life we need to ignore. I feel like many of you are going to start to become awakened here. You're going to start to see the systems that were put in place in order to keep people down. So I do see a little bit of a spiritual awakening happening here. What I mean by this is that you're going to see certain systems in life that have been put in place to keep people from not succeeding, you know, to keep people stuck in a financially unabundant place, or to keep people who are in a financially abundant place continue to be that way. You're going to start to open up your eyes in the world to why things are the way they are and how these certain systems work. There's not much more detail I can go into about that. Just say you're going to be having a spiritual awakening in the understanding of how things are a game in this world and how certain games keep people stuck. If I could say anything, Scorpio, it's like you are basically releasing yourself from the matrix. You know, this is the month of totally unplugging and detaching and starting to have a great understanding of how this game we call life works. All right, so take it how it resonates. It might not be everybody's story. It might not make any sense to you, and that's okay if it doesn't. All right, Scorps, let's go ahead and jump to your overall outcome here regarding mid-September 2022. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. They're at mid-September, and that overall outcome here is going to be the Seven of Swords, followed up here with the King of Pentacles. Absolutely. So it's like I realized where I hurt myself. I realized where I wasn't helping myself in my life, where I was essentially manifesting against myself. It's like I can now see how I was doing that. But King of Pentacles, now I'm abundant. You know, now I can see where I was wrong, and I'm making those mistakes become corrected. And as I'm correcting those mistakes, I'm now starting to really manifest the abundant life that I really want surrounding me. So things are changing for you, but you also feel more grounded. You're happy with the knowledge that you have going forward. You're very proud at this time of the person you're becoming. And you're really excited and happy in general that you are removed from that energy of manifesting against yourself. You know, people in life manifest against themselves each and every single day without even realizing it. You know, a lot of what we say, what we speak into existence is very important. So we should always be mindful as well of the types of things we're saying about ourselves and about our world and about our reality. You know, like I mentioned in the beginning, for people that are kind of continuously saying, oh, well, I'm broke, you know, there's a reason they call spelling when you're spelling words, because when you're speaking, it is a spell you're casting. At the end of the day, if you're constantly saying, well, I'm broke, I haven't got enough for this, you're reinforcing that lack once again. So remember too, as you speak now about yourself, always speak about yourself in the highest that you can, you know, especially when it comes towards the things you desire. You desire more money, I'm wealthy. Always speak as if you were wealthy. Never, ever, ever put yourself in a position to where you're reinforcing lack you don't want, okay? So Scorpio, very much so do hope you enjoyed this reading. I know it could be a bit confusing with all the information that I kind of threw out here for everybody. This will not resonate to everybody, and that's totally, totally okay. But if it does happen to be a story here for you, and if it helped out in any sort of way, I'm more than happy that it has. Appreciate you tuning in once again. And with that being said, if you're new here, do consider subscribing, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love, Scorpios, and have yourselves a good one. Later, y'all. Peace.